A cloudy day at the picturesque Arundel ground, Sussex won the toss and decided to bat. Well, the home side made a sedate start and Wells survived an LBW appeal from Jack Brooks, but he must have got an inside edge as 2 runs were credited to his score. Nash had brought up the opening 4 with a clip down the leg side, and he also cut Tim Bresnan for 3 runs. It could have been 4, but for great work by Alex Lees on the boundary. Wells then survived an appeal for caught behind after pushing forward defensively to Bresnan. At this stage, Sussex a decent enough start, 23 for no wicket from 9 overs. Josh Shaw, the sub-fielder, had to come on after Azim Rafiq had to receive treatment, leaving the field as he seemed to turn his ankle while fielding. Chris Nash then produced the shot of the early stages, clipping Bresnan off his legs and then pushing a short ball to the leg side for 4. Then the breakthrough. Patterson's first ball saw Nash caught behind for 28, Sussex 48 for 1. Good news as well at this stage. Rafiq, looking good again, returned to the field. Rory Hamilton-Brown and Luke Wells produced runs steadily, but then a lovely straight drive from Luke Wells off Patterson for 4. Further boundaries followed as Sussex started to dominate the opening session. Spin was introduced in the form of Rafiq, and he was blasted for 6 by Rory Hamilton-Brown. At lunch then, Sussex probably enjoying the better of the fortunes. 104 for 1, 32 overs, 41 to Rory Hamilton-Brown and 32 to Luke Wells. The second session opened up with Rory Hamilton-Brown getting a 4 off Bresnan down to third man. But then the breakthrough, the same bowler getting Hamilton-Brown caught on an inside edge behind the stumps by Bairstow. Hamilton-Brown out for a decent 45. Enter the informed captain Ed Joyce, and a great wicket for Yorkshire as he was out caught behind off Bresnan for 0 with the score on 108. So Bresnan 2 wickets in successive overs. Luke Wright arrived and started to play his shots, while Wells stood firm playing the anchor role. Then Brooks was brought on from the park end, and he struck in his first over, getting Wright caught behind for 21. You will notice at this stage a lot of things happening behind the wicket. Johnny Bairstow having an excellent day. More about that later. It was proving to be a splendid afternoon for Yorkshire as Patterson accounted for Machin. Caught in the cover by Power. Nice catch this. He'd gone for 3. It was a fine catch, diving to his right. Wells continued to build solidly and he went to a patient half-century of 139 balls, including 8 fours. Now we should add at this stage Sussex 151 for 5. But Yorkshire continued to dominate. Ben Brown never really got going. He was caught behind by Bairstow. That's the 5th wicket for the keeper. 5 catches, well done to Johnny. Wells started to play a little bit less cautiously and nearly fell to Rafiq. A skyer, which Brooks made a great attempt running backwards but couldn't quite take the catch. But just before the tea interval, a crucial scalp. Wells caught behind again off Pirate for 74, and at tea Yorkshire hit back. Sussex won 88 for 7 from 64 overs. Well, for the final session for Sussex, 2 left-handers at the crease, and McGoffin, the Australian, produced a fine cover drive for 4 off Bresnan to take the score to 197 for 7. Treadwell, on loan from Kent, brought up the 200 and a batting point with a nice shot again off Tim Bresnan. McGoffin edged Patterson through extra cover and was nearly caught by Rafiq, who dived but could not get a hand close enough for the catch. The pair started to frustrate Yorkshire with some decent and sensible batting. Yorkshire turned to the occasional spin of new man Aaron Finch, and it worked as he broke the partnership. McGoffin hitting firmly to shorten the wicket, gone caught for 12. Sussex at this stage 27 for 8. Yorkshire took the new ball as soon as it became available, and it did the trick. with Bresnham claiming his third wicket by dismissing Treadwell LBW for 45. Sussex 248 for 9. The tail though still wagging quite defiantly, and then we came off for bad light, the umpires taking the players from the field for some considerable time. But it did improve and returned to action at 6 o'clock, and in this short final period, really frustrating for Yorkshire as veteran John Lewis produced some fine boundaries to boost that Sussex total. The tail had wagged defiantly for Sussex at one stage 188 for 7, and that became 300 for 9 at the close from 94 overs. John Lewis 50 not out. Well bowled at times Yorkshire, Tim Bresnham 3 wickets, and a word for Johnny Bairstow, 6 catches behind the stumps.